Hi everyone, it's Killshot99 Gaming. This is Played It Live. We've got Faction Wars, Crossfire, Frozen Jungle, Ark versus Jet. Game number 2 of the season. We had a great one last week. As you guys know, we've changed Faction Wars to our once-a-week event on Wednesday nights. Monday night is strike night. We had a great ship strike the other night. So we'll have fish strikes. We'll have castle strikes. We'll have ship strikes on Monday night. And then Friday nights, we got something special this week. We got a Halloween event, but it is going to be offline. Everybody's going to be a fish strike. But we will be back online after tonight. We'll be back online Saturday night. And Saturday night, we're going to have Death Drop in November, first day of November. So a lot to look forward to with Play Dead Live. Unbelievable fun. If you guys are just tuning in with Frozen Jungle, the rules have changed. So we no longer have Dragon Tower. What are we calling it now? Can you guys type in chat? It was too much confusion. So we changed it from the Dragon Tower to the Dragon what? Come on. Dragon Castle. That's it. So tonight, it'll be the DC, the Dragon Castle, or the Castle. Absolutely. You guys are good. You guys are ready to go. So let me take you down to the standings because we do keep score. We'll take a quick look, and wham! Oh, and it was a close one. 69-point victory for Team Vox last week. 1-0. Sly is definitely back. Sly 0-1. Super, super competitive. And tonight we got Ark, fresh off their championship in the Crypts. But I think Jet is ready to go tonight, too. You guys can see the schedule. Look, schedule for the next month. How cool is that? Ark and Jet. The next week we got Jet at Vox. Following week, Sly at Ark. And then, before Thanksgiving, we got Vox versus Ark. So sometimes you get a week or two off. So before we get too far into all the other stuff, namely our pack giveaway and also our wonderful bundle tonight, let's show you what the sliver sacrifice is. Now, how many are feeling a little bit of pain after the ship strike? Like you're like, oh, my buncos, oh, my snowstorms, right? Well, guess what? 2 items are always on the sliver spinner. Spade grenades. I'm sorry. Sad grenades and snowstorms. Sad grenades and snowstorms. And those were super, super huge in the other night. So there's a good chance that you might be playing against somebody that doesn't have a lot of sad grenades if that's the sacrifice. So that's why this wheel is super, super important, because you never know what someone's grenade situation is when they go to do the sliver sacrifice. So you guys know all of these items on there. If we do make a change, we'll let you know. But let's spin the wheel, everybody. I know a lot of people are probably saying, no sad grenades tonight. All right, here we go. We'll spin it. Pay close attention. Jet and Ark. Oh, that's one you guys have a lot of. St. Milo. I know there's St. Milos out there. There's a couple people went, whew, okay. St. Milo. But St. Milo's a good grenade. But that is your sliver sacrifice. So, inventory team, be ready to go, because there will be some Milos in the house. All right. I don't know. Somebody might be watching the World Series, but let's check. Father Ron, are you here? Because it's a certain time that we like to give something away. Let's see. Oh, there he is. He's watching and watching. It is roll time, baby. All right. Everybody here, and this means everybody, not just the people that are not playing. We changed that rule. Give me a number from 1 to 12. 1 to 12. Because we're going to give away some packs, and you guys do know we got a box event coming up in November. It's going to be a November to remember. Yep. Got a 12-sided die, but yet we got Justice and Kel. Y'all are ready tonight, aren't you? Oh, Team Jet. Team Jet, you guys. I said 12-sider, and they're like, yeah, we're fired up tonight. Let's do a 13 and a 15. Yeah, come on, y'all. All right, Kel giving us a new number. Justice, give us another one. If I can make a 13 show up on a 12-sided die, I'm pretty magical. All right, he says number 5. All right, here we go. Number 1. 1 on a 12-sider. That doesn't happen often. Mr. Freeze, let's do it again. And number 10. Up, Shaman Sheila and Mr. Freeze. All right. And look, I do want to give a shout out because I see, Mr. Freeze. What's up, everyone? Good luck tonight. Shaman Sheila. Hello, 999 Army. We got Kel in the house. We got Busy Bee. And we had a reschedule on someone's birthday. And I gotta give them a birthday shout out because they do a lot of cool stuff. So how about a big, you guys join me. We got to get her a box. How about happy birthday to Busy Bee? Busy Bee, happy birthday. We never meant to miss your birthday, but we rescheduled. So we reschedule. Sometimes we miss birthdays. But you know what we do? We go back, we make it right. So big happy birthday to Busy Bee. And we'll get her that birthday box. Busy's like either they're celebrating it late or they're celebrating it early for next year. Either way. All right, I got to get to tonight's bundle because we got 4 minutes and we got to start on time. So tonight's Epic War Bundle, and it is epic. A lot of cool stuff in here that you're going to love. Start out with the silver. Pay close attention, dimes, because these quantities are important. Elixir of Extreme, steel. These are singular. Remember, grenades are singular. 1 gas blast by request. 1 bunko by request. Post-battle pet revive. That's 5. We got graphene, carbine, 1 of each of your waxes. I'll take you to the red zone. We've got red summon skins. Dragon smoke by request. Enrage 3, Frantic 5, Savage 6, Mag 7, Super 8, Hostile 9, and your regular Rage Potion is important. Terror 10, also by request. Take you over to the gold. That's 2 Cruel, 1 Encase, 2 Cruel Red, 1 Smolder. Mirror Smoke by request. Gold Summon Skins, Prime Skins. Your bombs are singular. That's 1 Stun Bomb and 1 Shizzle Bomb. Bombs are going to be a lot of fun. Take you over to the green. Energy Orb, Spider Silk, Combat Orb. Max Seal Smoke, Max Spark, Sparks are 1, Sly Smoke, Blue Spark, Gold Spark, and Platinum Skins. And you might see up top, no standard recipes tonight. But we are adding, that's right, Strike Stones, first time ever in a bundle. You will get 5 dimes. Make sure we got quantity 5. So if you buy tonight's bundle and you didn't win Ship Strike the other night, you still have Strike Stones for you to upgrade your Castle Strike. How cool is that? Tell you what, if you guys all go crazy and type 999, I'll double it up. I'll give you 10. I will give you 10 Strike Stones if you guys make enough noise. But I got to see a lot of 999s. Dimes hopefully has her pen and paper ready. So we'll go from 5 to 10. This will help you upgrade your castles. Happy birthday, Busy from Kel. That's right. You get a gold star. Happy birthday, Busy from Bones. Happy birthday, Busy from Justice. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate those super chats and get those boxes in the house. Told you they love you, Busy. All right, we're going to double that up. That is going to be 10 Strike Stones per person and take you over to the bonus zone. Mythic Skins, Colossal Skins, 1 Spade Grenade. Yeah, see, I hooked you guys up. And brand new piece of gear. You got to see the artwork on the big screen. Check it out. That is a beautiful right-handed ring. That is the Zenith right-handed ring, H24, D17, B17, APR 18, and Eiffel will steal a blue block from your, or actually will rebuild a blue block on your opponent. So now you're able to build their walls back. I don't know if everybody's happy about that, but it is going to make it a little harder to take down walls. Cal, let's see who all bought this bad boy. And Kel's going to let you know who all got it. There it is, bundles. Chad, Julia, Crimson, Dimes, Busy, Villar, Die, Bones, Justice, Jim, Cat, Football, Lexicon, Dow, Trigger, Pope, Ron, Nightshade, Flyrod, and Kel. And give me your pre-match buffs if you are Kel, Justice, MPC, Busy, Villar, Shaman, Julia, and Dow looking for pre-match buffs. I'm going to take you down to the field, and we're going to show you the map while everybody's posting their buffs. We got going first, going to be Kel. Kel is in the Rover Zone. She is the Sieger and also the Captain. Kel will be followed by Julia. Julia in the Rover Zone, same. Siege and Captain. Julia will be followed by Justice. Justice is the Sniper. He's in the Tank Zone. Justice followed by Villar. Villar is in the Bomber Zone. She's the Sniper. Villar followed by MPC. MPC is in the Bomber Zone. MPC followed by the Shaman. Shaman is in the Tank Zone. Shaman followed by Busy starting tonight in the DZ, and Busy followed by Dow. Remember, captains, timers cannot be challenged. You're your own timer, you're not. And to Kel and Julia, when the other team types their move, if you can read along with me, and if you know it's going to hit, go ahead and type hits early to save us a lot of time. You don't always have to wait for me. All right, here we go. 20-second timer starting out with Kel. Kel gets her move in quickly. That's super fast. Love it. Kel is going to get into Rover. Negate Julia's Sleep Wand. Somebody's been doing some homework. All right, Negate Wand is an air wand. Air wands are off the board. Get into Rover. How about a tire for Team Jet? 25 points for that tire. After she gets into Rover, move to their DZ. Boss to Main Street. Kel playing boss in 1. Cap in 3. Go ahead and move down to their DZ. Right there with you, Dow. She sees you. Drop a seal. S6 snowstorm to the wall. Sacrifice a Milo and the duplex ability. All right, let's sacrifice that Milo. I do need to rebuild the walls really quickly. Sorry about that. All right. Snowstorm to the wall. It's an S6. They're going to halt 3 times to make it an S3, and Insania to make it a regular snowstorm with no juice on it. All right, that does take down, after all the rage is gone, 50% of a black block. Villar going to Dominari and make sure that they don't get the points for that tire. All right, Rover, negate 1. Move to the DZ, boss to Main Street. S6 snowstorm. Halted 3 times, and Insania. Sacrifice a Milo and duplex, all done within the timer. Let's go over to Julia. Julia, 20-second timer. Snowstorm is a throw grenade. But it did hit. Jump into Rover to their BZ and steal a flag. All right, Julia jumping into Rover, getting a tire. And don't ask me where the flag icons are. Okay, well, the notes are going to be the flags tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So each team has a musical note. So that will be your flag. All right, Julia in the rover. Give her a tire. And stealing a flag, and that will be planted in round number 2 when she has to go back to the bomber zone to plant it. But meanwhile, she does get a tire. All right, let's go over to Justice. Justice, 20-second timer. Beats the timer easily. Justice going to get in the tank. Justice in the tank. Let's give Justice a cannonball. Move to the temple. Dark boss to the side chest with a seal. Dark boss played in 1. Cap in 3. Could be worth an extra 25. Let's give that man a seal as well. Sweet tea to the temple. Duplex and sacrifice a Milo. All right, 15 points for the sweet tea. We'll put out that temple flame. Moves to the temple steps, puts out the temple flame. Sweet tea gets his duplex. And sacrifice a Milo. Good move. All right, let's go over to Villar. 20-second timer, Villar. All right, Villar with the move from hell. That is a book. Holy moly. Jump into battleship. All right, Villar in a battleship. We'll give them a cannonball. You can get a cannonball from a tank or a battleship, but you can only get one. Holy Avenger to her wall, so cannot be affected by any negative effects. Wicked Boss to their chest. Villar playing Wicked Boss. That could be a -50. Villar playing Wicked Boss in 1. Cap in 3. All right, Villar playing a proxy bomb. But there is no detonation. So it's kind of just there. Y'all gonna make me look this up. I know this is some Dow shit. Like anytime we use something that is like from 5 years ago, It's always a Dow, like, hey, let's play a proxy bomb because that's going to make them stub their big toe. I know it's you, man. Everybody's like looking through. All right, proxy bomb's a 10% detonation. All right, 10% would be triggered, proxy bomb. Flourish wand. Seal and thrill. Steel NPC's needle. Gear ability duplex. All right, movement, legend, pet. Bomb play, flourish wand. Battleship, Kel. M7 snowstorm to the wall. All right, and they did say it hit. All right, snowstorm is going to be a throw grenade. And the battleship gives it an E3, so it's equivalent to an S10 right out of gates that Kel let it hit. Black, green, and 25% of a green, 75 green remaining. And over on the other side, we're going to freeze part of that wall. Block number 10. Well, at least you won't see it for a while. All right, let's go to MPC. 20-second timer starts now. MPC heading down to the forge. All right, we will see MPC in round 3. Shaman, you're up. 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Shaman heading over to the pyramid steps. Needle to the haystack, seal and absorption. Shaman playing needle in 1. We'll cap in 2. Navy to the flame, duplex ability. Sacrifice a Milo and Gold Spark Kel. Kel, let me know hits or weight on the Navy. And it hits. And I got Valar's Sacrifice up there too. All right, let's put out that flame. Busy, you're up. 20-second timer, Busy. Starting against her old team. Busy, Needle. Elmo to the Watchtower. Seal, sacrifice Milo and Duplex. Busy playing Needle in 1. Cap in 2. And let's light that Watchtower. All right, Dow, finish it up for us, big man. 20-second timer. Easily beats the timer. Needle to the haystack, Milo to the Watchtower. Gonna Duplex. Gold Seal himself and Gold Spark Justice. Dow playing Needle. Needle in 1. Cap in 2. Kel, E3 Milo to the Watchtower. Hits her weight. Needle's good. Watchtower hits. All right, now Milo is going to score, but it's also going to fill up the throw grenades. And Busy, yours did not count as a throw grenade because you did type Elmo. All right. That's the end of round number 1. At the end of round number 1. Let's move to Shaman into the temple. Let's move Justice into the temple. Each team with a blessing. Dow with a halo. Kel with a halo. Busy with a halo. Light a straw man since they got a DZ edge. Jet 25. Arc 0. Sliver, let's remove a blessing from each team. Arc 22 sliver points. Jet 15. Dim a Dragonstone. And dim a Dragonstone. Straw man, 5-0. All right, let's go to round number 2. Kel, you're up. 20-second timer. Kel is gold sparked. Colossal Kang to Main Street with a pet repel. Colossal Kang could be worth 73. Pet repel, M7 top hat to the wall. Sliver ability. Makes it worth 10. All right, now remember, it will hit, but that black block has already been damaged, so it will not trigger any type of effect. She was gold spark, so a little bit less damage. That was half a black block. So we'll finish off the black block and take out a green block because of the juice on it. And that is it. All right, let's go over to Julia. 20-second timer, Julia. All right, she's heading back to her bomber zone with the flag. All right, so we'll put her over there. Going to plant the flag. Now, every round, at the end of the round, if they have 2 flags, they'll gain 30 points per round. Rest of the game, as long as they have them. Immortal Grendel to the haystack with a seal. All right, so that is Julia's Grendel. M7 spade to the wall. Duplex, sacrifice a Milo. M7 spade. Julia playing duplex. Kel says it hits. $75% of a green. Julia bringing out the big guns tonight. Big spade grenade shot. Finishing off that 75. Green taking out a blue block and also taking out 50% of a blue block. Some big hits early by Team Art. All right, let's go over to Justice. Justice, 20-second timer. Easily beats the timer. Going to go Colossal Kang to his boss. Could be worth 73. Going to gold spark Julia. Pet repel. F5 unforgiven to the wall with sliver ability. He is gold sparked, but at the end of this round he won't be. It is a unforgiven, Julia. Mortal Blue from Valar. First blue of the game. Mortal Blue will hit Justice Seal and break his seal. Colossal Kang is good. Gold Spark is good. Pet Repel is good. Unforgiven's going to hit, and a Sliver Ability is going to pump that up to 35. He's got E3 from the tank. So we'll take out that green block. And 75% of a blue. I got 25 blue remaining. Walls are getting close. Was looking like a S8 after his tank ability. Nice shot there, Justice. All right, let's go over to Valar. Valar, 20-second timer. She did not beat the timer. She did beat the nerf timer. Colossal Kang to her boss and Max Seal Julia. Julia's already sealed, so that seal will fizzle. Unforgiven to the wall with Sliver Ability. Valar does have Duplex, so it'll pump that up 10. All right, so Colossal Kang could be worth 75. I'm sorry, 73. Justice did max absorb, so I'm going to give Justice his seal back. All right, Colossal Kang's good. Max Seal will fizzle out. S8 Unforgiven to the wall with Sliver Ability. Kel, S8 Unforgiven, thrown by Valar. Valar is in the battleship, so it is a S11. And it hits. S11 Unforgiven. 50% of a blue left. Takes out the blue. Takes out the other blue and takes out 75% of a red. 25% red remaining. All right, we will skip MPC. Because MPC's at the forge. Let's go to the Shaman before Shaman's turn. We're going to cap Shaman's Needle. First needle for Team Arc. "20-second Shaman. Beats the timer. Mythic Kang to Valar's boss with a Banish Wand. Mythic Kang could be worth 63. Nirvana Wands are off the board. Spade Grenade. All right. Mass Destruction. Sliver Ability. Pump that sliver up to 42 points. So you got a T10 with Thrill Smoke, 11, Grenade Launcher, 12, S12 Spade Grenade Kel. Kang is good. Banish Wand's good. S12 Spade with Mass Destruction. Ooh, and that is a good challenge. So, no Sliver ability because the first one she played was Mass Destruction. Nice call, Busy. They're going to Judas it over to the wall. Julia got an S12 Spade Grenade going over to the jet wall. Shaman going to use a prevention to shut it down. All right, on Busy's turn, before her turn, we're going to cap Busy's needle. Needles are now 1-to-1. All right, Busy, 20-second timer. That's fine. Busy, I need your move. Hello, Busy. All right. Busy did not beat the timer. We'll go back to Justice Move in a second. Mythic Kang to Main Street. Milo to the Watchtower with Sliver ability. Mythic Kang to Main Street could be worth 63. Milo to the Watchtower hits. All right, we'll go back to Valar's challenge. So Justice Grenade. So Justice played Colossal Kang. F5 Unforgiven to the wall. And it was a Immortal Blue that was used. So they used the blue, which stopped the grenade. I gave Justice credit for the blocks for an S8. So what we have to do is we have to rebuild the 75% of a blue block and the green block. All right, so Team Jet, that is a full blue block, or full green block, and a full blue. Give me a 999, Justice and Kel, if you understand what just happened. All right, I removed the blocks, and I just put the blocks back. Good challenge. All right, Dow. Before Dow's move, let's cap Dow's needle. Second needle for Team Arc. And Dow, 20-second timer. Dow with a sliver ability. E4 spade grenade to the watchtower. Dragon Smoke. Sacrifice a Milo and Mythic Kang to his boss. All done within the timer. All right, he does get the duplex sliver ability. So that'll pump his up to 42. Spade grenade to the watchtower. Dragon Smoke. Milo. Mythic Kang. Kel hits her weight. All right, Mythic Kang. To the boss. Dow playing Mythic Kang. Could be worth 63. Hit shits. Okay. Sliver ability's good. Spade grenade is no good. I'll tell you in a second. Sacrifice a Milo is good. Dragon Smoke is good. Anybody want to chime in on why Spade Grenade does not light the watchtower? Captains, give me your subs. Not a specialty grenade. Specialty grenades have abilities. Spade is the strongest grenade in the game, but it's not a specialty grenade. All right, we got end of the round. Shaman with a blessing. Justice with a blessing. Strawman. Jet 5. Arc 0. DZ. Sorry. Jet 10. Arc 0 because they have a DZ advantage. Light Strawman number 2. Kel with a second halo. Busy. Second halo. Art, 30 points from the bunker. Having 2 flags. Arc Sliver, 42 points. Jet Sliver, 40 points. No. Because it hits the watchtower, just doesn't do anything. It fizzles out. All right, so we got Zombie Jet for MPC. Remember, the rule was that we could sub out, but they will start in that area. And we've got Skylight for the Shaman. All right. New order will be Kel, Julia, Justice, Valar, Zombie, Sky, Busy, and Dow. Before Kel's turn, we're going to cap 136 points in Kangs. Also cap Main Street. All right, Kel, you're up. 20-second timer. Going to remove a Sliver Blessing from each team. Arc down to 4. Jet down to 2. Kel beat the timer. We're going to play Immortal Grendel. Each team with an Emo Grendel. Seal and Thrill. Dow lost a sealed elevation. Busy lost her sealed elevation. Kel lost her pet repel. And Kel lost her seal. Now she is playing a Seal and Thrill. All right. And there is no Hush ability Kel. Hush was cycled out last week when the crown came into effect. You can play another ability, however. But I have to give you a warning for playing an invalid ability. All right, you're going to play Cease. Julia, that means you get one more ability, and then you get no more abilities. All right, Mortal Grendel. Seal and Thrill, SA Unforgiven to the wall, and Cease Julia. Julia hits her weight. It hits, all right. 8, 9, S9 Unforgiven, en route. Green block and a blue block. All right. Let's go over to Julia, 20-second timer. Julia, going to move over to their DZ. Slim Shady, Boston Main Street. Julia playing boss in 3, cap in 5. Stealing Main Street, huge. All right, and playing, they have all their throw grenades, so playing Dragon Smoke to the castle. Or their hit grenades. Hang on a second. Let me back this up one bit. Yep. They have all of their hit grenades. So they're playing Dragon Smoke to the castle. So they're 1 Dracarys away from Goddard. Move to their DZ. Cyborg. Boston Main Street. Dragon Smoke to the castle. Spade Grenade to the wall. And then Sliver ability, which is her final ability of the game. That'll kick the Sliver total up to 52. Kel says it hits, so let's do the math on the S6 Spade. With Mass Destruction. Got 25% of a red block. Not a lot of juice on it, but a high-powered grenade. 25 red. Take out a red. And 50 red. 1.5 red remaining, Team Arc. Justice before his turn. 63-point Kang. We'll cap Justice boss. Flags are 2-0 currently. And Justice, 20-second timer. Justice going to add a Grendel to the haystack. We got 2 Jet Grendels and 1 Arc Grendel. 3-0 Arc Spark, Snowstorm loaded to the wall, and Cease Dow. Dow, you get 1 more ability and then no more abilities. It hits. Team Jet has 2 of their 3 hit grenades. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. S10. Snowstorm has no effect. That's a good grenade shot. Tanks give him a nice boost. Finish off that blue block. Take out a blue block and 50% of a red block. 3.5 red. So Jet has 3.5 red. Arc has 1.5 red. But they do have a frozen block as well. Could be a problem. Before Villar's turn. $199 points in Kang's. And a Wicked Boss is going to cap. Flags are 2-1. Villar, 20-second timer. All right, I'll get to it in a second, Julia. I saw challenge written twice. So Villar, needle to the haystack. Pet repel. S6 Dracars to the wall. MD10. All right, needle to the haystack. Kel's Emo Grendel is going to devour it. So Villar's needle dies. The S6 Dracaris to the wall is going to hit. Kel says it hits. Now, that's important because of where it was targeted. All right. Snowstorm. Julia is correct. That is a throw grenade, not a hit grenade. So I'm going to remove that one. So Team Jet, you have 2 hit, but you only have 1, or you have 2 throw, you only have 1 hit grenade. So you are still missing 2 spots. And what's a challenge on the Holy Avenger? I don't know that's a challenge. No. Jet has a frozen block down here on the corner. I was talking about Jet's wall that you just challenged. All right, S6 Dracaris. All right. Villar throwing at the wall, but She is in a battleship, which does make it S9. Lucky for her, because that does give her enough to take down the blocks. So Villar with a gold bar. Arc with their first block of the game. So the needle got devoured. She does get a pet repel. S6 Dracarys does take out the remainder of the wall. All right, before Zombie's turn, we have MPC's effect. 2 blocks from the Forge. Red block, red block. They have 1 red block and 1 frozen block. 2 watchtowers. Light number 3. Then we'll light number 1. 2 straw men. We'll light number 4. And we'll light number 5. All right. Zombie Jet's going to play a boss. Boss in 3. Cap in 5. Zombie Jet's also going to light 2 straw men. Number 5 and number 6. Torch award for Zombie Jet, 50 points. All right, let's go over to Skylight. 20-second timer, Skylight. Beats the timer, going to jump into tank. To the pyramid. And turn Justice into a warrior, which means he has a rage ability, but no prevention. Boss to their chest. Boss in 3, cap in 5. Drop a seal. Dracarys to the castle with duplex and sacrifice a Milo. All right, so the tank is good. Pyramid's good. Mask of Malice is good. Boss to their chest is good. Seal is good. And a S6 Dracarys to the castle to summon Goddard Kell. They're going to prevent it. All right, preventing the castle attack with a zombie. All right, let's go over to Busy Bee. Busy, 20-second timer. Skull to Dow. F4 Milo to the Watchtower. Dragon Smoke to Bomber Zone and Dominion Julia. Julia says it hits. All right, Scold to Dow. That's going to give Busy a absorption. Gonna like Watchtower number 5. Take Dow to 90%. Milo to the Watchtower. That is not a hit grenade. It is a throw grenade. But she does get the points for the Milo and does light the Watchtower. 6 Watchtowers are lit up. Dragon smoked the bomber zone. And Dominion Julia. Julia, you cannot play Sparks for 2 rounds. 2 rounds, no Sparks. That would be round 4 and round 5. And Dow. Final move of round 3, 20 seconds. Dune to put out a straw man. Gamut Grenade to Busy and Immortal Grendel. Mass Destruction and Heal and Seal. We're going to Dune to try to put out one of your straw men. Final turn of the round. S8 Gamut to Busy and Immortal Grendel. Mass Destruction and Heal and Seal. Kel? Hits her weight. You got Dune to Strawman. You got a Gamut to Grendel and a Gamut. It'll split to Busy. It hits. All right, let's kill the final Grendel for Team Jet. Julia's is still alive. We'll hit Busy and break her absorption. And they will put out one of those straw men, which is going to save some points. Because that's the end of the round. Good move by Dow. All right, at the end of the round, I've got Blessing for Jet. Blessing for Arc. DZ is 0-0. Strawman, 50 points, Jet. 0 Arc. $52 points. Arc Sliver. 40 points, Jet Sliver. Jet. 1 Sliver Halo remaining. Dow with his 3rd Halo. Kel with her 3rd Halo. Busy, 3rd Halo. Julia, 1st Halo. Bunker, 60 point or 30 more points for Team Arc, total of 60. All right, we're going to start round number 4. Round number 4, Kel, 20-second timer. Hendricks, Gold Blaze, Strawman, F5 Unforgiven to the wall. Hendricks going 1, 2, 3. 9 watchtowers lit. Let's give Hendricks a 9 award. Blaze to the Strawman. We'll light Strawman number 6. And Unforgiven to the wall. Unforgiven. Just going to break that red block. Remember, that wall's frozen, so it hits it and it stops. So you got to break the ice block before you can take down the wall. All right, players that do not have abilities. Dow, Justice, Kel, and Julia. No abilities. Julia, 20-second timer, starts now. Beats the timer. She's going to move to their tank zone. Mythic Needle to the haystack with a pet repel. That's Julia's Grendel, so they do get the needle in play. Julia playing needle in 4. Cap in 5. So move to their tank zone. Mythic Needle to the haystack. Pet repel. And a F5 Dracarys to the castle. Kel going to intervene it. Trying to delay as long as they can. Let's go over to Justice. 20-second timer, Justice. Colossal Gideon. Tormented Dow. Spade Grenade to the wall. Now Spade Grenade breaks this. Does count as a hit, though. That is a hit grenade. It gives them their second hit zone. 1 hit zone away from being at the top level. Gideon's good. Torment's good. Spade Grenade breaks the ice. Nice strategy by Justice. Villar, 20-second timer. Beat the timer, barely. Dune to the straw man. Dust to Justice. Dracarys to the castle, and Dominion busy. Busy. No sparks in round 4 and 5, just like Julia. Kel, you got a Dracarys to the castle. 1 sliver blessing remaining. Dune to the straw man. But definitely got him playing defense. Jet with a multi-front strategy. Playing Mythic Blue. Kel, first blue of the game. Mythic Blue is going to break Villar's seal. Dune hits, going to unlight Strawman number 6. Takes him back down to 5 Strawman. Villar going to use Max Absorb, so she'll keep her seal. Ooh, this game's getting good. Y'all watching, this game is a good game. All right, let's go over to Zombie Jet. Zombie Jet is going to play a Needle. That Needle is going to get rid of Julia's Grendel. There are no Grendels on the board now. Also, going to take down 2 blocks. Red block. Zombie Jet with a gold bar. Let's reset the wall. And Zombie Jet is also taking out a black block. Jet has taken the wall lead as well. My, at Zombie. I have you at 2 hit grenades. 1 short. If you can tell me your notes really quickly, I can scroll up and check them to see if I missed one. Because we can even go backwards. Milo is not a hit grenade. Milo's a throw grenade. The hit grenades are Spade, Dracarys, and Unforgiven. Dracarys is wild. So that's the difference. If you got Milo, Milo would have been a throw. So the Spade and the Unforgiven are your two hit grenades. Make sense? So it goes. Throw grenades can be... All right. So this bottom level down here. Right here. This level is lit by throw grenades, and that can be a Milo or a Snowstorm. All you got to do is throw it. Milo or Snowstorm. Once those two are lit, these three have to hit. The second level has to be a hit grenade, and that can only be Spade, Unforgiven, or a Dracarys could be a wild as well. But mainly Spade and Unforgiven. If three hit, two Spades and Unforgiven, three Unforgiven, it lights up all three of these. Once all three of these are lit up, then you play the Dragon Smoke, then a Dracarys has to hit the tower. Does that make sense? First two are just throw. Once the throw are lit up, the next three have to hit. Then once those three, then you can play the Dragon Smoke, then you can top it off with your Dracarys. Everybody understand? So in order to light that third, you must have a Spade or an Unforgiven hit. That whole row is the same. Spade, Spade, Spade. Unforgiven, Unforgiven, Unforgiven. Unforgiven, Spade, Unforgiven. Any combination, but three have to hit to light it up. Kel, you with us? So if Ark throws their Dracarys, they light this up, and they will remove two blessings and kill the other team's sliver. They have one blessing left. If Jet hits with another Spade or Unforgiven, then they would light up their third, which means at that point, they would have to play Dragon Smoke on the top and then hit the tower with a Dracarys grenade in order to get their Goddard. Yep. All right. Let's go over to Skylight. 20-second timer, Sky. All right, Sky playing a Gold King. Could be worth 55. Pet Repel. Dracarys to the castle. Sliver ability, and that is duplexed. Gonna kick that sliver up to 62 per round. F5, Dracarys to the castle to light it up. Will Kel keep denying it? They're making them work. We'll see. Kel, they're trying to light it. Let me know. Kel, you might be lagging a little bit now. You already intervened on your last one? Scroll up. Mythic Blue from Justice. I like it. I like the fight. They are making artwork for every point. Second blue of the game. Justice with a Mythic Blue. That is going to break Skylight. Well, wait a minute. Skylight. Yep, it's going to break Skylight Seal. Hey, every round, these teams are fighting for points. You got to love it. Both teams not making anything easy. Max Absorb from Sky. All right, 2 moves until halftime. Busy. No sparks for you, but you get a move, 20-second timer. Game is super, super competitive. Both teams getting on the scoreboard. Beats the timer. Emo Rocky for Busy. Busy like, hell yeah. Busy turned to a priestess. Busy, they have no Grendel. All right. And Seal and Thrill, MD8. And it's MD10, by the way. All right. So, first of all, there is no Grendel target. So, Busy, you're going to have to redirect that F5 to a new target. Because the Grendel died. All right, Busy, Emo Rocky. Turn into a priestess. Unforgiven to their Grendel and a Seal and Thrill. So she's going to redirect it to kill Kang. Julia, does Kang die? All right. So she redirected it. They are going to play the emo blue. Now, because it was stopped by an emo blue, that Unforgiven did not hit. It was thrown, it did not hit. So it does not light the Dragon Tower. If it would have hit the Kang, it would have killed the Kang and lit up that Dragon Tower. Rocky's good. Busy's a priestess. And the final move of the first half. Dow. 20-second timer. I'm going to use Rage. Dracarys to the castle. Grendel to the haystack. Mirror smoke. Cannot mirror smoke the castle. All right. Rage tonic. So Dracarys to the castle, Kel. Grendel to the haystack. And that's it. No, mirror smoke has to be to a target. Kel says, wait. She does not want to give up that Goddard just yet. Yeah, no mirror smoke. It's fine. All right, Busy going to prevent the Dracarys. And Dow breaking out his Grendel. All right, Dow playing Grendel. All right, this is fun, y'all. This is fun. So we got a needle on the haystack. We got a Grendel. It's halftime. Captains, give me your subs, but pay attention. Because, first things first, Kel has a DZ advantage. Light Strawman number 6. That's 100 points for Jet. Dow with a halo. Kel with a halo. Busy with a halo. Busy losing her seal, elevation. Kel losing her seal, elevation. Dow losing his seal, elevation. There is a Dragonstone dimmed as well that I did not light up. Julia had went to the DZ, so I'm going to light that. All right. We'll get the subs in here in a minute. We got Arc, 62 points. Jet holding on. They got another 40. But now their sliver has no blessings left. Remember, it doesn't die right away unless you kill it. However, if it comes off the round at the end of the round, that is the final one removed. But currently, they got none left. On the other side, Arc has 3 left. Goddard will remove 3. Goddard will remove 2. If you don't have 2, you'll die. If it removes 2, it immediately dies. Got another blessing. Skylight. Blessing for justice. DZ, 25 jet, 0 arc. That is a little bit late, Julia. We've already ended the round, and we got buffs in the next round. But that definitely could have been a play at the end of last round. Yes. If you would have played that on Dow's turn, that would have worked. Pope in the ozone. MPC coming back in for Zombie Jet. Lingering Smoke's gone. Skylight. Losing her tank. Justice. Losing his tank. So no unlimited range any longer from the battleships or any of that. Valar losing her battleship. Kel losing her rover. All right, we got lineup should be good to go. Let's get the card on here. So lineups are as follows. Kel, Julia, Justice, Valar, MPC, Dow, Busy. Sorry, let's do this again. Kel, Julia, Justice, Valar, MPC, Sky, Busy, Dow, Cardinal, and Pope. Those are the lineups. We got Dow's Grendel in play. Julia has a needle on the board. Walls are about even. But there's a lot of extras. Kel, you're starting out round number 5. 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Kel's going to move up to their DZ. Misha to break Julia's seal, plus an F5. Dragon Smoke. Yeah, that is true, Kel. So where do you want the dragon smoke? You have a dragon stone and then any other place on the map that would not be relevant. They do, but now you have a dragon castle that can be targeted. That's why. So Julia says wait, because they're probably going to do something. All right, Julia, they're going to target their own dragon stone to relight it. Any action to that? All right, so they're going to Phantom Cape it. Who's playing the Phantom Cape? Julia, you? All right. Julia's going to Phantom Cape it, so that is still dimmed. Now, Kel, here's the other problem, okay? So I'm going to give you the option because you moved and you played an attack. So I'm assuming the attack is there first. You don't have range on your wall from their DZ. So you can go to their DZ and redirect your Unforgiven, or go to the no zone and hit the wall. Oh, Lantern has no range. Okay. Never mind. Scratch that. Good call. All right, her Legend has no range. All right. So that means we've got Julia, your seal's broken. That is going to be a 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, S15 Unforgiven. Unforgiven is going to hit. It's going to light Dragon Tower number 5. All hit grenades are done. It's also an S15 Unforgiven. It's undetectable. Green block, blue block, and a blue block. 4 blocks with the S15. Movement's good. Pet's good. Dragon Smoke is stopped. Legendary, and the hit is good. All right, before Julia's turn, we're going to cap 2 things. We're going to cap Julia's Needle. That's Needle number 3 for Arc. We're also going to cap Julia's Boss. Flag number 2. Flags are even. Arc has a Needle advantage. All right, and Julia, 20-second timer. All right, Julia, going to head to their rover zone. Going to play Derby. We'll find out if the Derby's going to hit or not. All right, so they're going to Steal and Thrill. Derby to shatter the Dragon Zone is preventable. F4 Dracarys to the castle is preventable. Kel, do they hit or no? Movement's good. Seal and Thrill's good. Dracarys and Derby. All right, still making them work for it. MPC is stopping the Dracarys. So, no lit up castle yet. But they are going to Derby the stone. That means that stone is shattered. Julia with the bullseye. And a shattered dragon stone. 25 and 25. Jet, you will have to relight the stone before you can. You have to rebuild the stone if you choose to before you relight it. Blue stone is gone. Movement's good. Seal is good. Dracarys is stopped. Derby the stone. All right. It's exciting, man. Y'all are into it tonight. Justice. Let's keep this magic happening. 20-second timer, Justice. Regardless, it's going to be a good learning experience. Both teams committed. That's for sure. Justice, going to move into the temple. Thraxus, you met E3 if they get to Dragonstorm. Summon Immortal Icky. Dragon Smoke to the castle. Max Spark to Dow. Spade loaded to the wall from the Pershing. Julie going to intervene the Spade Grenade. Let's get to the Dragon Smoke. Max Spark Dow. Immortal Icky. Valar loses her pet repel. Julia loses her pet repel. Skylight loses pet repel. Dow and Cardinal. Down to 80% health. I'm sorry, Dow and Pope. 80% health from Immortal Icky. Okay, let's go over to 1 second. Let's go over to Valar. 20-second timer, Villar. Beat the timer. All right, we got Kruger to unlight a watchtower. Villar playing her own Thraxes. Thrill Smoke. F4, Snowstorm to the wall and going to expose the wall to deal some extra damage. Now we'll leave this here, showing that the wall has been exposed. It's going to hit harder. So we got a Snowstorm, Kruger, Thraxus, Snowstorm with a Thrill. So that is a F5 equivalent with mass destruction and an exposed wall. Kel hits her weight. It hits. All right, Kruger is going to unlight watchtower number 9. F5, Snowstorm. Snowstorm's going to hit. Not huge damage, but it does have a freeze effect. Black block and a green block after mass destruction and expose. Die roll. We'll roll a 6-sider, see which wall is going to be frozen. Block number 2. Ouch. Smart move by Villar. Slow them down a little bit. Ark's been on the defense. Now they're going a little bit of offense. Going to play Hemlock to remove that green block. Insania. Dominari. Thraxus. Hemlock. 4 dragons have been played. All right. Before MPC's turn, get 1 dragon left, Team Ark. We're going to cap Jet's boss. Flags are 3-2. MPC, 20-second timer. Morph to a priest and move to the temple. Skull to Dow. Seal. Tonic, Unforgiven to the wall, and sacrifice a Milo. Skull to Dow will take Dow down to 70. Give MPC an absorption. Light Watchtower number 9. Mythic Blue from Julia. Stop the Unforgiven. Priest, Movement, Pet, Seal. And Sacrifice. All right, before Skylight's turn, 55-point Kang. And bosses are even. At 3-3. Skylight, 20-second timer. We have Sky, Busy, Dow, Cardinal, and Pope. Beats the timer. Sky going to move to their DZ. Gold Spark, Kel, Needle to the Haystack. Sky playing Needle in 5. We'll cap in 6. Dow still has a Grendel out. Torment to the Cardinal. Mass Destruction is up to 10. F4 Dracarys to the Castle. You got another Dracarys. Kel hits her weight. MPC with the prevention. All right, we got Busy and Rocky. Busy and Rocky. 20-second timer. Y'all are putting on a show tonight because I don't think anybody's left. Everybody's like watching the edge of their seat. All right. Not sure what everything is here. Give me 1 second. All right, so Busy, I know you haven't played Rocky in a while, but I think you just misplayed it. And you actually are correct. Rocky would have left after half. It is a flying Nolan. So we can just get rid of Rocky altogether. So it was never used. Let's move it. However, Rocky never would have hit. Remember, Rocky is a flying Nolan, so it copies your grenade cast. But it was played in 4. It's gone. So no Rocky. So Mythic Xavier, Heal and Seal, Absorption. Dracarys to the castle and expose the wall. Julia says, wait. Both walls are exposed. All right. Dow is going to prevent it. All right. Dow is stopping their Dracarys. Now, it would have needed a rage potion. That is correct. I was just getting ready to ask that. So it still would hit the wall, but it would not ignite. Remember, all Dracarys have to at least have 1 rage in order to ignite. So Dow burning the prevention. Busy forgot to put the rage on it. We did get the heal and seal. And Busy, because you didn't put any rage on it, Xavier would have no effect either. Xavier is a rage bank. So if you'd have put like S8 on it and they would have stopped it, you would have gotten 25% of that rage on your next attack. All right, let's go over to Dow. 20-second timer, Dow. Did not beat the timer, but he did beat the nerf timer. E7 Dracarys to the castle. Torment Kel and a Kruger. Kel is gold sparked and tormented. Kel, you got an E7 Dracarys. And you also got a Kruger. Chad, are you preventing the Kruger or the Dracarys? Oh, Dynamo. Okay. Nice. Preventing the grenade and making the watchtower disappear. All right, let's go over to the Cardinal. We got the Cardinal and the Pope back to back. Cardinal coming up with a big disappearing act. Scold to Dow. Seal, Rage Tonic, Grizzly to the wall with Mass Destruction. It hits. All right, Scold will not light a watchtower, but he gets a absorption out of it. Dow, we got him down to 60% health. Rage Tonic, Grizzly to the wall. Julia going to play Twista to remove their Sliver Ring before the end of their turn. And the Grizzly to the wall will take out the blue block after Mass Destruction, but they got a frozen block to deal with. All right, and then the final move before the Jet Sliver dies. Note what happens with Xavier. It's a Rage Bank, Busy. So when you play Rage, if it's stopped, it banks it and you get it the next turn. All right? Pope, you're up. 20-second timer. All right, beats the timer. And that is the 5th dragon used by Team Arc. Jump in the turret. Needle to the haystack. Kel says it hits. Smart move to get that hit in quickly. All right, Pope in the turret is good. Needle to the haystack. Needle. In 5, cap in 6. Twista's not a Titan. Twista's a dragon. They don't count. Six is to take a block, Torment Justice. All right, let's take a block. With 6s, that'll be a blue block. Dracarys to the wall with Sliver ability. Sacrifice a Milo. Blue block and a blue block. and then they will pain ability and take out a red block with the pain. So the turret is good. They got the S11, Dracarys, took the 6s, and then pained half of that to take another block. Down in the red zone. And that is the end of round number 5. At the end of round number 5. Jet Sliver dies. No points for Jet. 67 points for Arc. Their Sliver's alive. Blessing for Justice. Blessing for MPC. Justice with a golden orb. 100 points. Julia with a Siege. 100 points. Bronze Star for Julia. 25 points. 30 more points for the flag. Halo for Dow. Halo for Kel. Halo for Sky. Halo for Busy. Strawman, 100 points for Jet. DZ, 0-0. All right, final round, Dragonstorm. Jet gets no Dragonstorm. Arc gets a E3. Let's go, everybody. Jet, no bonus. Kel. 20-second timer starts now. Fallacy to build a straw man.